ma'am. My name is Ricardo J. Veluan and I will report this part. Business tax rates within the Metropolitan Manila area. The municipalities within the Metropolitan Manila area may levy taxes at rates which shall not exceed 50% of the tax rate prescribed above. Payment of business taxes. Business taxes shall be payable for every separate and distinct establishment or place where a business subject to tax is conducted. One line of business does not become the tax exempt by being conducted with some other businesses for which the tax have been paid. Business tax must be paid by the person conducting the business. If a person conducts two or more business subject to the same tax rate, the tax shall be computed on the combined total gross or receipt of the two or more businesses. However, if a person, two or more businesses which are subject to different tax rates, the gross sales or receipts of each business shall be separated, reported in computing the tax due for each business, and the fees for the selling and licensing of weight and measures. According to Section 148, Republic Act Number 7160 as amended. The Sangguniang Bayan shall prescribe the necessary regulation for the use such of weight and measure subject to the guidelines prescribed by the Department of Science and Technology or the DOST. It shall by appropriate ordinance analyze fraudulent practices and unlawful possession or use of instrument of weight and measure prescribe the criminal penalty. Provided, however, that the Sangguniang concerned may authorize the municipality treasurer to settle the offense not involving the commission of fraud before a case is filed in court. Upon payment of a compromises penalty of not less than 200 pesos, fishery rentals, fees, and charges. Section 149 Republic Act 7160 as amended. Municipality shall have the exclusive authority to grant fishery privileges in the municipal water and impose rentals, fees, and charges in accordance with the provision and local government code. The Sangguniang Bayan may execute the following: grant fishery privilege to erect fish corrals, oyster, mussels, or the aquatic beads or bangus-free areas within the definite zone of the municipal water as determined by it. Duly registered organization and cooperative of marginal fishermen shall have the preferential right to such fishery privilege. Second, grant the privilege to gather, take, or catch bangus, fry, prawn fry, kawag-kawag, or fry to other species of fish of the municipal water by nets, traps, or other fishing gear to marginal fishermen, fee or any rental fee or charges. Third, issue licenses for the operation of fishing vessels or 3 tons or less for which purpose the Sangguniang Bayan shall promulgate rules and regulation regarding the issuance of such licenses to qualified applicants under existing law. Taxing and other revenue power of cities and barangay. Section 151 to 152 Republic Act Number 160 as amended. Taxing and other revenue power of cities and barangays. Cities. A city may levy the taxes, fees, and charges which its province or municipality may impose provided. However, the taxes, fees, and charges level and collected by highly urbanized and independent component, cities shall accrue to them and distributed in accordance with the provision of the Local Government Code of the Philippines. The rate of the taxes that a city may levy may exceed the maximum rates allowed for the province or municipality by not more than 50% except for the rates of professionals and amusement taxes. This is the taxes and the other revenues, power of cities and barangays. For the barangays, a barangay may levy the following taxes, fees, and charges. First is the business tax. Second is the service fee or charge. Third is the barangay clearance. Fourth, the other fees and charges. First, the business tax. Business tax, a barangay may impose or collect businesses taxes as a rate of exceeding more percent on store or a retailer with a gross sale or amounting of 50,000 pesos, less in the case of cities and 30,000 pesos less in the case of municipalities. Second is the service fee or charge. Barangay may collect reasonable fees or charges for services rendered in connection with the regulations or the use of barangay-owned properties or services facilities such as palay, copra, or tobacco dryers. And the third is the barangay clearance. Barangay clearance, no city or municipality may issue any licenses or permit for any businesses or activity unless clearance is obtained first from the barangay where such a businesses or activity is located or conducted. And lastly is the other fees and the fees of charges. A barangay may levy reasonable fees and charges for the following. The first is commercial breeding of fighting cocks and cockfight and cockpits. Second, places of recreations which charge admission fees. And the lastly is billboard, signboard, neon signals, and outdoor advertisement. The community tax. Section 156, Republic Act Number 7160 as amended. Reading in particular, community within a particular period. For naturals, person that individual must be less 18 years old and reside in the Philippines for more than 3 months. For juridical person in the business entity must be engaged in a business in the community where it is located. The Bureau of Internal Revenue or the BIR shall print the community tax certificates and distribute the same of the cities and municipalities through the city and municipal treasurer. The proceeds of the tax shall accrue to the general funds of cities, municipalities in barangay except a portion thereof which shall accrue to the general fund of the national government to cover the actual cost of printing, distribution, and other related expenses. The city of municipal treasurer shall meet the national government the said share of national government in the proceed of the tax within 10 days after the end of quarters. The proceed of community tax actually indirectly collected by the city of municipal treasurer or shall accrue entirely to the general fund of the city municipal concerned. However, proceeds of the community tax collected through the barangays treasurer shall be appointment as follows. First is the 50% shall accrue the general fund of a city of municipal concern. And second, 50% shall accrue the barangay where the tax is collected.